What reached me for Christ, what reached me for the gospel, it was one solitary high school boy who refused to take no for an answer. It didn't matter how many times I said no. I said no, 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 no. You have to understand, in our world, for a Muslim to come to faith in Jesus Christ, to leave Islam, you lose your culture, family, job, home, sometimes your life. Finally, my senior year in high school, to show him, I walked into this little church. Everything I had ever learned about Christianity, I had learned from my imam. The meaner I was to them, or the more sarcastic I was, or caustic I was, the nicer they were to me. I was amazed at the ability of the Christian to love me in spite of me. And this is important because it's unconditional. And when I finally afterwards asked them, why are you so nice to him? That's the way Jesus loved us. Romans 5:8, while we were still sinners, while we were still at war with him, Christ died for us. That is a radical concept for somebody like me. He takes me to the pastor, the young man does, and the pastor says, what do you think about Jesus? And I said, in Isa. His name is Isa. He said, you can't respect Jesus because Jesus declared himself to be God. If Jesus said these things, he is not qualified to be a prophet. He actually is who he says he is. He said, you either revere him as God or reject him as a fraud, but you don't have the option of just respecting him. He asked me this question. He said, Islam teaches that Jesus wasn't crucified. He said, why would Jesus be indicted of a crime worthy of crucifixion to begin with? Was it blasphemy? Yes. That when Jesus died, his death had some meaning. Jesus' blood, Jesus' death offers me the one thing that Islam cannot answer, and that is the screaming need for my assurance, the screaming need for forgiveness. Jesus strapped himself to a cross so that I wouldn't have to strap a bomb to myself. I lasted 4 days in that church. On the fourth day, I came forward. I told the pastor, Isa bin Allah, Jesus is the Son of God. I want to be saved. I accepted his sacrifice in my life. I repented of my sin, turned my life over to him. He is not just a messenger. He is Messiah. I do so because I love him like a child to his father. I do things to love him, not to earn his love. Discovering that Jesus Christ, forgiving me, cleansing me, saving me, had done this for me, I slowly had to learn that I do what I do not to be accepted, but because I am accepted.